Hi everyone, my name is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you find something that you like. So it's been about 4 weeks since I last talked with you guys. A lot has happened in those 4 weeks. I did a lot of stitching in the beginning, and then I slowed down my stitching because I got busy with my last paper for school. For those that don't know, I'm in business leadership, online schooling full time. It's one course at a time, so it's pretty easy, but it's still very challenging. I still have a lot of homework to do, obviously. So I had my final paper for my last course, and then next day my second course just immediately picked up. So navigating my courses and my schoolwork, the second course is a lot harder than my first one, so I'm spending more time with that. We also got a new puppy. He's about 15 weeks old. His name is Murphy. He is just so cute. We thought he was a Shibi and a Red Heeler mix, but now we're not so sure what he is because he's already bigger than what a Shibi would be, and he is the size of what a Red Heeler would be now, and he's only about 16 weeks old. So he's gonna get bigger. We just don't know how big. So, but he is so cute. He's so hyperactive and so chill at the same time. My daughter is just so obsessed with him. I'm so obsessed with him. My husband's obsessed with him. The cats don't like him. Let me say that. But almost everyone in the house is obsessed with him. So he is the perfect addition to our family and just the cutest little baby that there ever was. And then, so with the new dog in school, I haven't been stitching a whole lot, so I've been stitching a little less. And then on Sunday, June 16th, we celebrated Father's Day. We actually did some painting in our house this weekend, and we painted our living room this really pretty green and blue color. Really ties everything together. It makes it so much more homey now. We've lived here for about 3 years now, and we just now painted, slow going, but things are getting together, and so it feels a little better in the house now. And then on Sunday as well was my 1-year Flosstube anniversary. So I've been on Flosstube for 1 year, a part of the amazing community. I've met so many amazing people, and it's just been such a pleasure to be in the community with everyone, and I hope to meet so many more amazing people as time goes on. And I just want to thank everyone who has watched me, followed me, subscribed, liked, commented, everything. I really appreciate it more than you guys ever know, and I just just thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into my stitching. So let's start with my starts and finishes. So I have 2 FFOs, kind of FFOs. They're very small. So because of all of the stress and chaos in my life that has been happening, I have not had time to stitch. So I needed something to bring me instant gratification. I just needed something that was just quick and easy. So I went online and I ordered these, a button making kit. It comes with a whole bunch of buttons that I can make fabric cover buttons with. And each of them, so they're different sizes. Each of them comes with, well, that just fell, a little button enclosure, I guess. And so there's a whole bunch of different sizes in it. This only cost me a couple bucks on Amazon. I will use it for a long time, and I really think it's a good buy. But with it, I stitched a little sloth, and I stitched a little frog. Aren't they just so cute? So what I did was, like I said, I needed some instant gratification. I'm trying to put this in one hand here. I need some instant gratification. So I just, I drew up the sloth myself. The frog is from the new issue, the summer issue of the Just Cross Stitch magazine, Home, Sweet Mossy Home or something like that. I'll put it up over here. That's where it is. I'll put it up over here. But I just took the little frog from there and put it on 18 count Ada with just a not called for, stash conversion DMC for both of these. And I think they turned out really cute, and I'm really obsessed with them. And on the back of them, I also ordered a button making kit. Not button, a like pin making kit. So that way I could hot glue a pin back on it. Sorry, it's so blurry. But pin back on it, and then it comes with this little butterfly clippy claps, and just go ahead and click it on, and I have a covered pin. And I think it's so cute. This frog one is going to be for my best friend. Their birthday is on the 26th of June, so I made that for them. And then the sloth one is for me because sloths are my favorite. And then I also made my sibling one. I made them a raccoon one. I'll put up here as well. I freehanded that one too, and that one turned out really good. I'm really happy with that one. Yeah, so I just needed something cute and something small to do, so I just whipped those up on a lunch one day. I did one of them each day on my lunch, start to finish. Took me an hour to start, stitch, do the button, hot glue, and get it all done in an hour each, so it was not long at all. Alright, so that's all I had for my finishes and FFOs. Did not, like I said, I have not done a lot. But I do have some new starts. So my first new start is, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. My first new start is Scylla Witches Quaker by Teresa Kogut. This is what it's going to look like. And then this is where I am. So I did a middle start, which is about right here, and I did a little bit of the Quaker. I got that little bird done, and then I'm moving up onto the witch. Let me put this on a back here. Hold on a second. There we go. So this was a WIPGO pool for May. I did this the last 3 days of May. So I did it May, I think I started it on the 27th or 28th. And then I stopped on May 31st. I stopped stitching it. So that's just a little go of what I have for it. I'm trying to find my project bag here. Let's see. I am stitching this on a 40 count Weeks Dye Works straw linen. And it's my first time stitching on 40 count. I love stitching on this, actually. It was so much fun. I was able to, even though I have it in the hoop, I'm able to kind of do a little like sew in hand with the hoop, if that makes sense. I'm a stitch in hand type person, and I do the sewing method. So I don't often stitch in hoop, but when I do, I try to find loopholes so that way I'm not doing the poking and stabbing. So I'm able to kind of like, if you can see here, it's a little loose. So I'm able to kind of put my thumb behind it and kind of guide my stitching hand to loop it through, if that makes any sense at all. It makes sense to me. And then my minder, my needle minder is from Mad for Minders. This is being stitched with Classic Colorworks Sticks and Twigs and Classic Colorworks Evie's Leaves. And aren't they just so pretty together? So pretty. Alright. So that is Scylla Witches by Teresa Kogut. Up next, I have another new start, which is also a WIPGO pool for June. This is Halloween Tiny Town. So on my WIPGO, I had a couple new starts on my WIPGO. I had 3 new starts. They just all happened to go in a month, in month to month to month. So this is one of them, and this is where I am. So I didn't get very far on this one, but this one is a lot of fun. I love the tiny towns. I am obsessed with the tiny towns, and I think they're so much fun. My plan is to stitch all of them, and I have a like wire rack that actually Priscilla from Stitching with the Housewives had mentioned in a floss tube like a year ago, and I went to Michael's and I got it, and that's what these are going to go on. But that is where my start is. I am using the called for floss for this, which is all fancy floss. It is Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works, just a mix of them. I'm not going to pull them out here, but I am loving it. I also love this orange right here. That's called Sweet Potato by Weeks Dye Works, and I just think it's so pretty. But yeah, so that's where I am on that. This is stitched on a, I want to say 32 count sand by, I think, Picture This Plus, but I'm not quite sure. I'll I'll put down what it is, but I do know it's sand. I'm not sure about the count or the fabric dyer though. That's the only issue. But yeah, that's my new start. And then I also wanted to show, I made this little needle book. Isn't it so cute? So I have some Velcro on it, and how embarrassing. There's a whole bunch of threads in here, but it's just a little thread bed that I can just fold up and toss in my project bag. So cute. I'm obsessed with it. It cost literally nothing to make, so that's even better. Alright, and now I do have some whips. So in no order, I'm going to go through what my whips were. So the first one is my Full Moon stitch. This is Like a Moth to Flame by Sprouting Lupine. I get this out on the full moon of every month and try to put in at least 100 stitches. Sometimes it does not always get that way because of what I might have going on that day, but I always try to get at least 100 stitches in. This last time I did not, and look at that, a loose thread, how embarrassing. Okay, I did not iron any of these beforehand, so I do apologize. But this is where I am on Like a Moth to Flame. So as you can see, I have the wing started, and then this gray here is part of the body, the star of the body. So I do not have much. I am missing a color on this, and I keep forgetting to pick up the color every time I'm at a craft store. So I just need to engrave in my brain what that DMC color is, so that way when I'm at a craft store, I can get it. But this is what I got so far. So this is, like I said, Like a Moth to Flame by Sprouting Lupine. This is stitched on a 28 count Murky by Picture This Plus. And I just think it's turning out so cute. I want to get so much further. The full moon is on Friday, and I'm only working a half day on Friday at work. So I'm hoping I can do a lot of stitching time for this that night. I also won't have my kid that night, so I'm hoping I can get a lot of progress done. We'll see though. But this is honestly a lot of fun. I just wish that I had more time to do it. I'm thinking about putting this one on the 13th and not the 13th, the new moon and the full moon each month. So that way I can get extra progress done on it. But I kind of want it to stick with a full moon theme only, so that way I'm only getting it out on the full moon. But new moon is, as a witch, the new moon is just as powerful as the full moon. So I feel like in witchy world, I can go ahead and get it out. Because I practice my witchcraft on the new moon. Why not do my stitching on the new moon? Just a thought. So up next, I have my stitch that I'm doing for my best friend. It is We're Made for Each Other by the Witchy Stitcher. This is going to be for my best friend for their wedding gift. That is in September. Last time you guys saw it, well, let me just show you it now. So this is where I'm at now. So last time you guys saw it, I only had the outline up until like right here and over here, and then a little bit of the fill-in of the hair. So I filled in all of the hair, worked my way down into this white section of the hair, and then down with the ear. So my last video, I said my goal was to work on her going down, the Bride of Frankenstein going down, do the middle part, which is the words, and then work on Frankenstein over here. My goal now is to just stop using the black so much because when you use just a solid color just for 800 stitches, it gets boring. So I need to do something else besides black. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come over here and stitch some of these words, so that way I can come over here and start on Frankenstein with all the green, so that way I can get just some variety of something out there, you know. But this is stitched on a 28 count Mirage, and I am loving how this is going. This is actually a really fun stitch. It's fill-in heavy, of course, so it's very easy to do while I'm just like watching TV or something. And this is going to be a main focus goal to get done. Even though she's getting married in September, my goal is to have it done by the bridal shower in the month of August. So we'll see how that goes. Alright. Then I have my Sunday sampler. This is Fractor Flowers by Kathy Barrick. I try to pull this out every Sunday. Sometimes it does not always happen. Like this past Sunday, it didn't happen. We were just busy with, you know, everything. I have actually not pulled this out in the month of June yet. So everything that you're seeing is May progress. And this is where I am. So, you may not notice a huge difference on this because there really is not much of a huge difference on this. So, where I went on this, I did the H and the I, because again, I needed some instant gratification, and I thought it was cute that it just spells hi there. And then I moved over here. I moved up this stem here and filled in this flower. I can't remember if the leaf was already filled in last time you saw it, but if it was, sorry. If not, I filled in the leaf and then I moved up here. So that's where I am. And this is stitched on a, I want to say 32 count cream and sugar, but I'm not 100% sure. I have lost my cross stitch book that I kept everything in, and I cannot find it for the life of me. Don't know where it is. I've torn my whole house apart. We even tore our living room apart this weekend, and I still didn't find it. I have no idea where it is. I think I left it somewhere, but that's besides the point. But that has all the information in it. I just don't know where it is, but I think this is 32 count cream and sugar. but that's where I am on Fractor Flowers. And then I only have one more WIP to show. This one is my Mario stitch by FunkyMonkey. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And then this is where I am. Alright, this is where I am. So on this, again, very fill-in heavy, as you can see. So I did about 250 stitches on this. I brought this down here, and then I did an outline of where the next color is going to be right here. And all of this is going to be the same blue color. So I got to fill in all this, and then I can start this other color here. I needed something, just like my We're Made for Each Other, I needed something else besides just this blue color to fill in. So that's why I went down. Oh, this is also I knew I made another button. Just made it into needle minder. So this is another button I made. I sketched this out myself. Just a little mushroom, stitched on 18 count Aida. So cute. And my magnet fell. I don't know where it went. Moment, please. Okay. So yeah. So that's where I am with this. This is stitched on a 18 count just white Aida. And I'm using the called for DMC. It calls for a lot of DMC. I used this as my pick whip prompt for the, not this past pick a whip, but I think the one before that, it was let someone else choose a project for you. So this is what my daughter actually chose. She just picked a bag out of random, told her just to pick a bag, and she picked this one. And this one was a lot of fun to do, actually. And I hope to get more done on this. This is actually going to be my next pick a whip prompt on stitch with a, the prompt is stitch on a project that has 10 or more flosses, I think. And this has, I believe, about 15, let's see here. This is the floss list. So it has way more than 10, as you can see. So I'm going to try to get as much different colors as I can on this. That's kind of why I moved down here, so I can start a different color. It has two little lines of two different colors, and then it's fill-in heavy for green, and then there's supposed to be like a little star here, and that has like 3 colors. So I'm hoping next time you can see a little bit of progress right here, so that way I can get into the main meat of the pattern. So that is my Mario Star World by FunkyMonkey. This one's a lot of fun to do too. Oh, and I totally forgot to say, I was talking about Pick a Whip. Pick a Whip is by Marjorie Maid, and she picks a prompt every 2 weeks on the 1st and the 15th of the month. And the prompt is to just kind of get you to get through your whips, essentially, and kind of make sure that you're touching a little bit of each of them. And I think it's a great idea. I try to participate in it as when I can. Not always every fortnight am I able to participate, but I try to do as much as I can with it. And this time I'm able to participate, so I'm going to be doing that. Alright, so that was all of my whips that I had to show, and my progress on things. Now I'm going to move on into my sewing section of the video. So if this is not what you came for, completely understand. This is where I will leave you, and I hope that I see you here next time. So have a great day. So sewing plans, I have all of this here to show. And so let's just go through it. So I made grime guards. So I have a lot of grime guards here. These are 8-inch grime guards, and I am going to be selling these. So these are going up on my Etsy on, I believe, Friday or Saturday. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I will put my Instagram handle right here. That is the easiest and fastest way to know when I am releasing products on my Etsy shop. Make sure you sign up for like notifications if you can do that on Instagram, so that way you can know as soon as I post, because I will be posting about these. So these are these are grime guards. They are 8-inch grime guards. They fit a 8-inch Q-snap. So I'm just going to go through them. I have monstera leaves, Harry Potter houses, bees, Halloween sloths, some sunflowers, the purpley color, freaking bats, another Harry Potter mortars map, another Harry Potter Deathly Hollow symbol, and then these two are my favorite. I have Lizzie McGuire. I have that style, and then I have this style. So those are what I have for grime guards. I also have 6-inch grime guards that I'm currently sewing right now. They're actually on my machine. So when I get done with this video, I'm going to sew those. They're same patterns, except for I have the only thing new is I have a Disney Villains, which if you want to look at that, that will be on my shop. But if you want to look at it before, I have key fobs of the Disney Villains on my Etsy. So all of that will be linked down below. So make sure you come back on Friday or Saturday, probably Saturday, and check out what I have in my Etsy shop. And then I will also have project bags. So I will have vinyl fronted project bags, and this is what they look like. So they are Lizzie McGuire themed. They're so cute. So I have 4 Lizzie McGuire project bags, and that's the back of them. This is the front. They each have their own little tassel on it, and just a zip. Very roomy, vinyl fronted, and zip close. So these are going to be up on my Etsy too. So these project bags and my grime guard is going to be on Etsy Friday or Saturday, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. Alright, and then because we got a new puppy, I am making a quilt for the puppy. Let me grab it right here. Okay, so I'm just making a little small quilt for the puppy. This is what it looks like. You can see I already have about a quarter of it quilted right here. Just doing a meander loops. But this is just going to go on the bottom of his cage. And then this is just what the back looks like. Nothing special, just fabric I had left over in my stash. And then I am hoping to get another dog quilt up on my Etsy here within the next couple weeks. I have the top already done. I just need to sandwich it and quilt it together, which will take me absolutely no time, but when do I have time is my question. But I'm going to move on to my haul. What else do I have? Alright, so my haul. First up, I got, my mother-in-law went to Goodwill and she found a cross-stitch kit and she gave it to me. So it has everything that we need in it, especially the little bell. And that's cute. I think it's adorable. We'll be stitching that here soon. And then I placed an order to 123 Stitch, and I got a couple items. Well, first off, I'm part of the monthly weigh-in with Stitching with the Housewives Fat Quarter Shop, and I got the pattern and the floss for that. Very cute. Okay, now I placed an order to 123 Stitch, and I got my order, and I'm going to show you what I got. Alright, so first off, I got Honey of a Town, Tiny Town, because I love the tiny towns, as we have said. And then I got the Harvest Frill one. I got my first Nora Corbett, Bewitching Pixies. I am obsessed with this. I think I already looked at the pattern. I already opened it. It was so gratifying to open. If you know, you know. But this is going to be so much fun, and I already got the fabric for it too, which is a 32 count milk chocolate linen. This is really stiff though. Like, it's very, can you see how stiff it is? Like, it can like probably just stand up on its own. Like, I don't know. It's just very stiff. So I'm not sure how well I'm going to like that, but I'm excited for it. I think it's going to look gorgeous, and I really want to do this immediately. I want to start it like yesterday. So I think maybe a birthday start. My birthday's in October. Maybe we can do a Halloween sal. I don't know. Let me know if you're interested in that, and let's try to put something together. Someone do it with me, please. And then I got the Halloween Quaker by Leela's Studio, because why not? Everyone's doing it. I've been obsessed with it ever since I started cross-stitching, so I finally just bit the bullet and got it. And then I got the called for fabric, which is a 40 count murky. Let me tell you. So you saw with my with one of my whips, like Moth to Flame, that's on 28 count murky. I'm having trouble with a 28 count. Seeing it without a light and magnifying glass. I don't know how the 40 count is going to be, even with the light and magnifying glass. I think I'm going to have a little bit of a hard time stitching on it. I hope not, but we'll see when the time comes. I've also heard that if you do a corner start up here, that this first Quaker motif is a beast to do. And it takes forever. So I'm thinking about doing a center star on this, so that way I can do the witch instead and just kind of move around the center there. But those who have done it, if you have any tips on this pattern and how to tackle it, please let me know. And then I also got the Primrose Cottage Sip and Stitch box, which I was going to show and just put a like warning spoiler disclaimer, but I'm decided not to because it hasn't been the full like week and a half yet since it's been out, and they tell people to at least wait a week to show. I know Helen D said in her floss tube yesterday that she was going to go ahead and probably film a unboxing, so maybe be on the lookout for Helen D's video if she decides to do that. But if you did not get the Sip and Stitch box, you really missed out. It's really good. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's all I had for haul. That's all I had for sewing. That's all I have for my whips. I'm going to talk about my plans. So plans are getting back into my stitching routine after I do these grime guards and my shop update. So I hope to let me backtrack. I hope to have a good chunk of We're Made for Each Other done by the next time I see you guys next. I want to make it a goal to do 2 strands a day on there. I do not cross stitch every day, so that's going to be hard for me. I cross stitch probably about every other day, but I really want to try to do 2 strands a day on We're Made for Each Other, if not more, so that way I can get a good chunk of it done, so that way I can be done by her bridal shower, my friend's bridal shower. And then other plans, my WIPGO, I have another WIPGO pool for this month, which is my Yule Sal, and I'm excited about that. So I'm going to work on part 3 of that. That's by Witch's Garden Crafts. And I'm on the part 3 where it's a little Father Christmas, is there, so that's going to be a lot of fun to do. I'm excited for that. And then I already told you I want to stitch on the Mario stitch and try to get some more flosses into that as much as possible. But yeah, so I've just been doing a lot of sewing, not a whole lot of cross stitch, but I've been pretty happy with what I've been doing and what I've been putting out. So that's what all that matters, in my opinion. So that is all that I actually got for you guys. So I will go ahead and end it here. And I hope that you found something that you liked. Thank you for letting me be able to share my craft with you guys for a whole year. It has been just a blessing, and it's been just so great. And if you made it this far, leave me what your favorite animal emoji is. Mine's a sloth. I'll put that in the description, of course. But yeah, so go ahead and leave me what your favorite animal is, and I'll see you guys hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks, but no promises as always. Alright, see you guys. Bye.